Welcome to the TNT's World Travels Podcast. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Kristen.
And we are here in front of the Center for Performing Arts in downtown San Jose.
And many towns have some kind of performing arts house or theater where local and even sometimes national groups can come and share the arts with the community, whether it's the symphony or the ballet or the opera. But if you want the most spectacular, certainly the most spectacular modern performing arts house, you need to check out the Sydney Opera House in Australia.
That's right. It's one of the most unique buildings. It's even been labeled one of the new wonders of the world. And if you get a ferry, you can go around the entire Sydney harbor area and get a great view of the Opera House and a great view of the Harbor Bridge too. And,
definitely.
Well, we have a few fountains here in front of the Center
it just doesn't compare.
For performing arts. Yeah, you'll get a much better view of that there.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Definitely.
Here we are on the promenade by the famous Sydney Opera House with the Harbor Bridge in the background. The Sydney Opera House, not only is it just an amazing piece of architecture, it has a kind of unusual history. It was, a Dutch architect won the international competition to design it in 1959. But he quit in protest about 7 years later because he had arguments with the government groups that were funding the construction. And another group of architects took over his designs, but they did use his designs in the end. It was interesting because he kind of took apart a globe and cut pieces out of a globe and made these kind of sail-like jutting pieces that form the really distinctive architecture here. So it was completed in 1973, and I believe Queen Elizabeth II opened it, as we are, of course, in the Commonwealth here. And it's become kind of one of the modern wonders of the world. There was even an opera commissioned about the Opera House, and it was premiered here in the 90s. Behind us, of course, is the Harbor Bridge, which was built in the 1930s. It's got a little bit of the 30s Art Deco look to the pylons there, but the bridge itself is an interesting mix of modern and kind of Victorian architecture, actually. You can see the little tiny people up there climbing. That's a rather expensive climb. It's about $120, $50 per person to climb up there. And of course, you get a view down into the harbor, where the ferries are going back and forth and there's ships left and right. It's a very active harbor. It's actually called, it's not Sydney Harbor, isn't the proper name for it, it's Port Jackson. But we all just call it Sydney Harbor because that's convenient. And really the harbor is just kind of the nexus of Sydney. And it's, even on a gray day like today, it's beautiful and lively. There's tons of people around. It's a great place to be.